A crowd of jubilant anti-government protesters tears down a statue of Lenin as the Ukrainian capital is gripped by another night of mass demonstrations. Hundreds gathered to witness this highly symbolic moment, some chanting nationalist slogans, whilst others set about the stricken effigy with metal bars and sledgehammers. The focus of their anger, a decision by Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych not to sign a far-reaching cooperation pact with the European Union. It's widely thought he backed out of the deal, which could have paved the way to eventual EU membership after coming under severe pressure from Moscow. In the largest gathering since this crisis started, hundreds of thousands of opposition supporters flooded Kiev's Independence Square on Sunday. Many waved EU flags and shouted, "Ukraine is Europe." Opposition leaders are calling for the resignation of President Yanukovych, together with his Prime Minister and the entire cabinet. And they say they won't be intimidated by the threat of a fresh government crackdown.
We got an information that this president will try to impose a martial law. And this is the part of the deal between President Putin and President Yanukovych. We strongly oppose any kind of unconstitutional actions that can be enacted by this president in imposing any kind of martial law or curfew. And we will fight for our freedoms.
For the second week running, some protesters threatened to march on the presidential palace. Only a heavy cordon of Ukraine's special Berkut riot police prevented them from breaking through. In a further development, Russia's state gas supplier Gazprom has accused Ukraine of falling behind with its payments. And some now fear a repeat of 2009, when supplies were temporarily cut off. Speaking a few days ago, Russia's Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev made it clear he would not stand for continued meddling by his EU counterparts.
If our partner foreign ministers go to speak with the leadership and the opposition, that's fine, absolutely normal. But in fact they go right into the heart of political events, to an event that is conducted against the existing rules governing demonstrations. Taking part in these events is, and excuse me for saying this, a very simple case of interference in another nation's internal affairs.
President Yanukovych has insisted he does eventually want to see Ukraine build closer ties with its European neighbours. But with ill feeling reaching an all-time high and neither side showing any sign of backing down, this is a crisis which could get far worse. Chris Wade, Sky News.